Hi, I'm Natasha, and this is my 15-112 term project. Here's the code, and here is this main screen of the game. The game is called Marble Quest, and basically you act as a marble trying to navigate through a pipe to the finish line. Here are the instructions telling you the objective and how to play, and here are the different things we'll see in the game. We'll be trying to avoid colliding with obstacles and falling into holes. We'll reach some checkpoints in order to save our progress throughout the level. And we'll be collecting tokens and power-ups to increase our score and keep our overall time as low as possible. If we reach the finish line at the end, then we win. So if I start the game, here's the start screen showing the marble falling into the pipe, and at the beginning, the marble is not moving, and the timer and the score are 0. I can use the keyboard to move the marble how I want. So A moves the marble left up to a certain point in the pipe, holding down D moves it right, W makes it accelerate forward, and S makes it decelerate. And if I don't press anything moving it forward, it also decelerates on its own. I can also press the spacebar to jump forward. If I get a token, you can see my score increase, and the faster you go and the more you progress in the level, the more these tokens are worth. If I collide with an obstacle, the marble stops moving, so I have to either move around it or jump over it. And since this is a large obstacle, it's not possible to move around it, so I jump over it to progress. This is a power-up. It made my speed increase, and power-ups in general can either do this or they'll pause time temporarily, but you won't know what they do until after you get the power-up. This was another speed booster. And this is a checkpoint, so if I fall into a hole after this point, it'll return me to that checkpoint. So now that I fell into the hole, it tells me it's taking me back to the checkpoint. If I had fallen into a hole before reaching this checkpoint, it would just take me back to the beginning of the game. After each checkpoint, the level also gets slightly harder because obstacles become more frequent and holes also become more frequent. And the level is not exactly the same when I fall and then go back to the checkpoint because the timing of the obstacles and the holes and the types of obstacles are slightly different, so you can't predict exactly what you'll see. So now I reached the finish line. This is how the finish screen looks. And here's the win screen. So it tells you what your score and your time was during the game, and then it comments on your performance, taking into account both your score and your time. If I go back to the main menu, now I'll show you some of the options I've added. So if you remember, the default color that we were using before was white for the pipe, and we were using this rainbow marble, but I can change it to any of these selections. So if I use blue and this marble, and then I click start, you will see the change takes place automatically and you can play using these colors. And the game is played basically the same exact way, but it's just a way to customize the level and keep it to your preference. And you can see that the colors of the obstacles and the colors of the holes are always different than the color of the pipe. This time I got a time stopper, if you saw, and it made my time stop temporarily. Okay, so now if I want to pause a level, I can press escape, and this is the pause screen. From here, I can access the instructions, which are the same as the ones on the main menu. I can resume the game and pick up where I left off, or I can just pause it and then quit, and then go back to the main menu. So this was my term project. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you enjoyed watching.